Hello, 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 hello. Test, test, test. Test 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 2 2 2 2 2 2. What is up, guys? Kamal, Nehme here. This is episode 3 of The Thought of Kamal. I am so excited for this episode because I am experimenting with 2 new segments. So as you know, guys, this show has been answering random questions or me answering questions from you guys. But in tonight's show, I'm going to be answering your questions. I'm going to be answering random questions, but I'm going to be adding 2 new segments. And I'm going to be answering 20 this or that questions, which is gonna be fast-paced, just having fun. And number 3, I'm going to be playing a game which I created, and I don't know, I hope it's going to be half as fun as I imagined it to be, which is I'm going to generate a random word. I don't know what's the deal with me and generating random things. I just like something being unpredictable. So I'm going to be generating random words and trying to relate it with social media. So the segment's name is Everything Social Media. I'm so excited. Let's start with, first of all, your questions, and we're gonna get through this show. And I posted on my story on Instagram 2 days ago with the question box asking people what they want me to give my thoughts on. So I got a couple of questions. I'm going to be answering those. Number 1, optimum.ads, engaging on Instagram. What about it? If you mean my thoughts on engaging on Instagram. Engaging on Instagram is a very tricky topic. Engaging on social media is super important. It's the core of your growth. You can grow if you're not posting, but if you're just only engaging, it's possible, it's doable. I don't know how, but it's because the connection you get from people through engagement is so strong that it could create a connection with your audience that is very powerful through engagement, like through reaching out to people, DMing them, going on video calls, leaving comments, just trying to have a conversation with the people on social media, because this is actually this is the point of the whole social media game. It's called social fucking media. So there's the social part and there's the media part. So you socialize with your media, with your content, which is what you put out. So whether it's the $80 strategy by Gary Vee, whether it's the influencer hack, which I always talk about. I don't know if I created it, but I'm gonna call it the influencer hack. Whether it's guest posting, guest posting. I do think guest posting is a kind of engagement, because when you create a post on somebody else's feed, you have the opportunity to reply to all of the comments that they get, the other profile gets. So you kind of create a connection with their audience as well. So guest posting live is a great way for engagement as well. So there are a lot of hacks I don't like to call them hacks, but there are a lot of strategies to engage. So I definitely do recommend you watch my other videos. I'm gonna try to link them on how to engage on Instagram. And I hope I answered your question. Next question. From digital marketing, the name is hidden. I don't know what's the rest of the name. Digital marketing. Negatives on social media. Negative on social media is... that's a good one. So I think the negatives on social media is that you can get carried away a lot by what other people are doing. And you can compare yourself a lot. So for me, I can go on Instagram, I can go on Facebook, on Twitter. Let's say on Instagram, scroll all day and see all of those 15-year-old, 17-year-old millionaires, and with beating myself down, like, oh, this guy is 17-year-old and he's a millionaire, and I'm 21 years old and I'm out here making YouTube videos with getting 50 views. So a lot of people might get burnt out by that. They might beat themselves up. They might feel like it's a problem with them. Well, it's not the problem. First of all, nobody got to a millionaire status, or nobody got to social media influencer status without working hard. So it's not that they're lucky nothing happens like that. So it's not their fault that they worked hard and did it. So this might be the motivation for you to start actually doing something, to start taking action. So even the negatives on social media, the negatives in everywhere in the world can be turned into positives. It's how you look at it. It's the difference in perspective. So it's how you look at the thing. It's how you look at that person. So if you look at a 17-year-old millionaire in a bad way and you start beating yourself up for it, this is negative. But if you look at a 17-year-old millionaire and you say, why, if he can do it, why the fuck can't I? So it's all about perspective, how you see the situation. That's what I think. That's why I think there's no negative in anything. It's all in perspective. Next question. I feel like this episode is really fast. I'm fired up. Instapack #social. Which video editing software you're using usually? I use Premiere Pro. I use Premiere Pro for editing anything YouTube related, anything Instagram related, and I sometimes use After Effects when I want to, for example, my signature, my intro. I use After Effects for that. But for anything editing related, I use Premiere Pro. Next is Fluffy Focus Mind. What's your favorite thing you own and why? My favorite thing that I own are these bad boys right there. So these are my favorite things that I own because I don't know why. I really love action figures, as you know, and it's not just about superheroes. I used to have a Assassin's Creed action figure, and I used to have like the Dragon Ball Z action figures, but my dog ate them. So I like displaying action figures, I like to pose them, I like to play with the accessories that comes with them, and if you want to give me a gift, my birthday is in 4 months, March 8th, any action figure will do. I'm thinking of holding it, I feel like a singer. Love me love, no. Let's put it down again. Next question is from Christian Abu Daher. Religion Sports School, are you just stating words or is this a question? Religion Sports School. What's my thought on religion, sports, and school? This could be a 3-hour episode if I want to give my thoughts on all of those three. School, I hate it. Sports, I love watching it. I don't love to do it. Religion, I'm not gonna talk about it. And also, Christian Abu Daher, best marketing strategy and best marketing course. For the best marketing course, I don't want to recommend you anything, but just go YouTube it or Google it. You literally go on Google, write best marketing course. I can't suggest one because I didn't really take a marketing course. I should, but I took only the digital marketing, fundamentals of digital marketing by Google. It's a free one. You get a certificate. It teaches you the basic stuff, so it's pretty helpful if you want to check it out. Okay, for the best marketing strategy, I don't think I can state or I have the leverage to state the best, to call it the best marketing strategy, because there are a lot of marketing strategies out there. There are a lot of strategies. Every strategy is different. So there is no one strategy. The only strategy that you should follow which is the obvious one. The customer is always first. Customer service is the top priority. And this is what made Jeff Bezos and Amazon that big. Like if you watch a Jeff Bezos interview and he mentions customer service about 4 or 5 times in the interview, every 10 minutes, always customer service is always on the top of his mind, because it's so important. So I guess any strategy that involves the consumer being first is a winning strategy, and it all comes down to how you do it and how you execute it and how you love to do it. Next question is by Kai Pritch. What do you think of Baby Shark Baby Shark I fucking hate this song. It's one of the worst songs. Like, there is no rhythm, there is no lyrics, there is no... Hello? Nah, I'm shooting a video. I told you not to call me when I'm shooting a video. Embarrassing me in front of my audience. Okay, bye. Yeah. Okay guys, the questions from you are over, and right now we're gonna move on to... I'm still like kinda haven't decided. Do I do a couple of random questions first, or do I move on to this or that? What do you want? I'm gonna wait for your answer. Okay, random questions it is. I'm going to be answering 3 random questions, then move on to this or that questions. First random question: what's your going to bed routine? My going to bed routine is consuming TikTok content. Yes, I've been consuming TikTok content a lot, and it's not for fun, it's not for entertainment, it's so I can understand what are the people doing on that platform, and what is the type of content that is connecting with the people, and how I can incorporate that with my brand. So because I want to hop in on TikTok, I've posted a couple of videos. I'm still not finding that that type of videos that's clicking with me and with TikTok, with the audience on TikTok as well. So I've been consuming a lot of content on TikTok, so I understand, so I get how the audience acts on that platform, so I can give the audience what they expect on the platform in my own way, in my own brand. And I think this is where people mistake, like they always say, do not consume, create. And yes, some people overly consume, and so some people consume just endlessly without ever putting out stuff, and I am so pro creating instead of endlessly consuming. But when you're dealing with a platform just like TikTok, for example, or with a new platform, you need to consume content that is being created and content that is working on that platform, so you can understand how the audience thinks and how the consumer thinks on that platform, and what type of content is working, what type of content is not, and how are the people reacting to different kinds of content, so you can know what works for you and what you can put out to that audience. Because it's all about context. It's all about putting out the right content that matches your brand, that you love to create, but putting it in the context of the platform that performs well in that area, in that audience, in that platform. So it's all about trying to study the consumer and study the platform and put out content that is relevant to that platform and that's going to work on that platform. So if you're thinking of jumping into TikTok or jumping into any new platform, consume the content first, understand the audience, understand the platform, and then start creating depending on that. Okay, so next question is, what is something most people do easily but you find very difficult? What is something most people do easily but I find very difficult? That's, reading a book. I seriously, and I'm not bullshitting here, I can't read a book. Like, I can watch a 4-hour keynote, a 4-hour speech, but I can't read 2-3, like I can watch 4-hour keynote speech and understand every single word and come out with pages and pages of notes, but I can't read a single page of a book one time and try to understand everything. Like, I have to read each line 4 or 5 times so that something sticks to my mind and so that I understand something. And I don't know why is that. I prefer video. That's not how I learn. I get easily distracted when I'm reading, and I just none of the info sticks to me. I prefer watching. So some people just go deep into a book every single day, like read a book, 2 books, 3 books a week, which is, I find fascinating. Like, how can you sit down and read 100 pages of a book? But I simply cannot do it. And there are people that do, people that don't. That's just not how I learn. I prefer to watch or to listen. So next question, what life skills are rarely taught but extremely useful? Every single important life skill is rarely taught, whether in schools, whether it's through your parents, but it's extremely useful. So how to handle your money, like money management, time management, how to find your passion, how to actually be grateful, how to focus on your passion, and how to think of your future, and how to act, and how to execute, and how to everything. There are no skills that are very useful, that are teachable, or that are taught in schools or in any other institutions. So I think all the important life skills that make the difference are not taught. They are actually, and I think that's a good thing, because they are actually experienced and taught through failure. So when you fail to manage your money, when you fail to meet your bills, you teach yourself how to manage your money. So that's even better. That's even a better way to be taught. So yeah, that's my answer for that. That is it for the questions part of this show. And right now I have my new segment, which is this or that. Let's do it. Dog or cat? Dog. Netflix or YouTube? Netflix. Phone call or text? Phone call if it's business, text if it's anything else. Toast or eggs? Eggs. Cardio or weights? None. Facebook or Twitter? Currently Twitter. Ice cream cone or snow cone? Ice cream cone. Mobile games or console games? Mobile games are not games. Okay, they're actually games, but I prefer console games. While walking, music or podcasts? Music. iOS or Android? Android. All the way, every single day. Everything I have is Android. I hate iOS. Form or function? What or who? Pop or indie? Pop. Cake or pie? Cake. Swimming or sunbathing? Swimming. High tech or low tech? High tech, of course. Big party or small gathering? Small gathering in a big party scale. So we go big, but in a small group of people. New clothes or new phone? I don't really care about clothes, so new phone. Which friend or loyal friend? Loyal friend, of course. Football or basketball? Football. Work hard or play hard? Both. Nice car or nice home interior? I actually do not care about any, but I'm guessing nice home interior. I like to feel comfortable when I'm working, which is why I put a lot of work into making this a comfortable place. What's worse? Laundry or dishes? Dishes. Jogging or hiking? I hate both, but I'm gonna choose jogging. Bath or shower? Shower. Sneakers or sandals? Sneakers. Don't wear sandals ever. Glasses or contacts? I never wore glasses and I never wore contacts, but I'm gonna say glasses because they look cooler. Hamburger or taco? Hamburger. Couch or recliner? Couch. Online shopping or shopping in store? Online shopping, of course. Why go to the store when you can go to your phone? Receive email or letter? Email. So, okay, I answered 30. I was gonna answer 20, I answered 30 without knowing. So, this was 30 quick this and that questions. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the last segment. Now I have a new one, which is everything social media. The basics of this segment is I generate a random word and I have to relate it somehow to social media. How I'm going to do it? Let's try. New word, plant. Plant. How is plant related to social media? Well, that's very easy. Social media is a plant. So what do I mean by social media as a plant? A plant, if you want to grow a tree, if you want to grow a small plant, you're gonna have to plant it. You're gonna have to surround it with good soil. You're gonna have to water it not every single day, but you're gonna have to constantly water it. You're gonna have to take care of it. You're gonna have to put it in good sun, and just basically gonna have to look over it and give it everything you've got for the sweat aspect. No, you're gonna have to give it everything you've got to make it grow and for it to give you the flower or the fruit. Social media is basically the exact same. Social media, you have to give your platform, you have to give your audience content, you have to give them your attention, you have to show up, you have to produce content, you have to engage with people, go on stories, be present in the social media world, be present with your followers and be present on the platform. So you're gonna have to water it with your knowledge, with your hard work, with your brand, with your personality, with your tone of voice, so that it can grow and give you the fruits or give you the flower, which is whatever your goal is. So this is how plants and social media are related. New word, river. Okay. Social media is a platform where you give and you have to take. So at first, you have to give consistently. So you have to post every single day, you have to show up every single day. When you show up every single day, it's hard. You won't feel much traction. You won't get what you actually were hoping to, which is the amount of followers that you were expecting, or the traction or the algorithm boost. So first of all, you're gonna have to be consistent every single day. So it's going to be a very stale. If you look at the graph right here, I'm not sure if I'm going to put a graph, but let's pretend there's a graph right here. So this is the graph. You start very slowly and you do it consistently until you reach a point where the river just flows. The followers flow and the attention and the traction flows, and the river of social media and of your hard work flows. And this is how a river is connected to social media, and you can check that on Wikipedia. So next word, king. Content is king on social media. How is king related to social media? Social media is the king of everything in 2020, and content is the king of social media, and value is the king of content, and you are the king of your brand. Okay guys, so I wanted to do only 3 words for this episode because I want to test how it's gonna go out. I want to test your reaction to it, if you loved it or not, and I want to test myself if I enjoy doing it. I really enjoyed doing it, it was fun, and I hope you enjoyed it. I really did. This is going to be it for episode 3 of The Thought of Kamal. This was a fun episode, new things, new segments, and I'm always open, as I said, I'm always open to suggestions. So if you have something in your mind that I can do that is interesting to you, drop it in the comments. A new segment, a new game I can play, anything that might be interesting to you, put it in the comments, or DM it to me and we can discuss it. And I'm also thinking of starting to get guests with me, so maybe I can get a guest and play a game with me. As usual, if you have any question, tweet me #ThoughtOfKamal to ask your questions, or you can participate in the story poll that I do before. I usually do it 2 days before I shoot the episode, so it's usually on Tuesday. So if you want to ask me a question, keep an eye out for my Tuesday poll where you can drop in your questions, or tweet me from today on Twitter, #ThoughtOfKamal. Ask anything you want. You want to know how a perfect egg is cooked? Tweet me #ThoughtOfKamal. What are your thoughts on the best egg recipe? I'm gonna look it up on Twitter, on Google, and we're gonna do it, and I'm gonna give you my thoughts. I hope you are having a great evening or a great morning, depending where you live. You are awesome. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again.